You're the black and white decisions.
Exactly.
You can't get them wrong. You just can't get them wrong. But people still think it's wrong. So
that's fair.
It just adds to the confusion.
Aye, that's fair. The one other thing, guys, that I wanted to get your take on, obviously we get a lot of live comments, but a lot of comments on Facebook as well. Nicolas Raskin taking a lot of stick, Scott, in the comments, which I was really surprised by. Thomas says, Raskin, anonymous again, fans hated Martin so much that it seems to have given Raskin a free pass. Not as good as he thinks he is. Ryan says, excluding the Hibs game, Raskin has been rotten this season. Nowhere near the level a lot of fans think he is. Norman says Raskin makes it look easy for Belgium, but doesn't bother his backside for us. We should cash in before he develops a problem with Rowe. And David says it looks like Raskin has well and truly chucked it. Get Cameron or Barron in ahead of him every week until the end of the season. Did you see that yesterday?
Not so much yesterday. I think Raskin has been poor the last few weeks for Rangers, but I must admit yesterday, every Rangers player I thought was miles off it in the first half. Yesterday, I did feel slightly sorry for Raskin and Diomande because in against that Celtic midfield three, the whole point of that Rangers system, this 3-4-2-1, is that Asgard and Danilo, when you've not got the ball, tuck in and congest the middle of the park. I don't think they did that enough. I thought Raskin and Diomande were a bit exposed, and it also didn't help that Celtic were so on top of them. Rangers ended up so deep into a back five. It was really difficult for them to get a grip of the game. However, I thought in the second half, obviously Danny Rule changed it, even with 10 men. I need to give Raskin a bit of credit because I thought along with Diomande and Tavernier, they were the three real driving forces for getting Rangers back into the game. And it wasn't anything, I don't think it was anything special tactically. I just think, it was the basics. They ran more, they chased more, they harried more, they got into better positions, they offered for the ball more, they were braver. So I thought Raskin was good in the second half. And as I said to you after the game yesterday, I thought him going off at the end of the 90 was actually a blow to Rangers. And I think that was proven in extra time where I know they were tired, but they get run over the top of really the Celtic kind of took command of the game again.
I was mystified by that substitution, Scott, and that's what I said to you. Was he injured? Mystified. I'm mystified by some of these comments as well, because Raskin is by far and away Rangers' best bet in the centre of the pitch. There's just no doubt about it.
In fairness, Marzuno does say, Raskin did have a perfectly good goal disallowed.
Yeah,
there was some finish.
I don't think he knows too much about that, did he?
I think there is a narrative. I think there is a narrative, Jacko, Daniel, just that I think a lot of people feel Raskin's maybe working his ticket just with everything that happened with Russell Martin. There's a lot of chat about whether Rangers might cash in January. Obviously, there's a World Cup coming up. He wants to be part of that Belgium squad. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him in January. I mean, I agree with Jacko. I still think if you're talking about central midfielders and you're looking at that squad, he's still the best I've got. Whatever you think of him, whatever you think his recent form, he's still the best I've got. And they're kind of toiling in that department. I've said on here a few times now, in January, one of the big positions I think they need to fill is a proper sitting midfielder, a physical, commanding central midfielder. I think they've lacked that for 2, 3, 4 years now. So it's an area they need to strengthen. But I think there is a question mark over whether Raskin or how long Raskin will be there for. And I just think fans are maybe jumping on it. As I say, his form hasn't been great the last few weeks. And there might just be a feeling, is this guy working his ticket? Because he wants to get out. But as I say, I don't think you could label that at him yesterday. I thought the second half he was good.
See, just to round up on yesterday's game, because we're getting tons of comments, people asking us to investigate and talk about absolutely everything. But Rebel says, Keith, loads of wrong decisions. At the end of the day, the better team won. Do we agree with that? Celtic deserve to win?
Yes, we do. 100%. Yep. Scott's already said it. Celtic came racing out the blocks, and I think they were encouraged to do that by some of the early jittery type of stuff that Rangers were doing, particularly across the back line. I thought Giga, as we said, was an absolute bag of nerves. And I think there were Celtic players out there that saw it, sensed it, and thought, we need to get right on top of these because they don't look, especially Giga looked so, I don't know if it was slack or casual or nerves or whatever it was, but I think Celtic on the pitch realised there was an opportunity to be really aggressive and get right at Rangers in those opening minutes. And they went on to dominate the entire first half. Yes, Rangers created chances, even although they were getting dominated out there, and big chances as well. Chances, two of which Chermiti has got to score. My reading of it was that Giga caused a problem defensively, and Chermiti caused a major problem in terms of Rangers trying to get up the park. And Chermiti was also detailed with the very difficult job of trying to keep Callum McGregor quiet and stay on top of him. And I've got to tell you, I looked at some of the runs that he almost made to try and shut Callum McGregor down. I thought, you're one of these. That's one of those runs where you look around and say, "Look, I tried." I thought he lacked real conviction. I thought he was lacking in effort. And you know something, you can almost justify that for a central striker because they're kind of selfish in their very nature. Strikers, aren't they? They're out there to score goals. That's what they want to do. Do I want to do this running about? Should I be shutting him down? Well, that's fine. That is absolutely fine. As long as when the two chances that drop your way, gilt-edged chances, you bury them. And he didn't do that either.